little bugger. Okay, so that's a 12 SI alternator, and you can tell by the slots in the back. It has a pulley that I think came off an International Harvester. They did a double pulley that was really big like this. So I think that's where you look for the double shivs. And this I ordered from Surplus Center. I don't run it too fast. It doesn't really matter. If you spin this all the way up, or if you put a big pulley on it, and the alternator ends up stalling the engine. It's only like 6 kilowatt engine, so and that's, so for horsepower it's 6,000 divided by 750 would give you the horsepower. Anyway, the point here is that this sort of, it can be dialed into a RPM that's tolerable to listen to at a distance. And it's set up right now just to see. I went through this alternator just a few minutes ago. I just wanted to make sure the diodes were still good in it, and get all the cobwebs out from inside. You know, these things are very durable. That thing sat out for years, and it's still working. I put out on charging this battery, it was 15 volts, because that battery is completely dead, 8 volts. And then this battery was 14.69, and giving whatever amps this thing would take, which isn't much. This is another dead battery. It's been sitting around for 10 years. And the battery bank out here is toast. So the alternator never got, when I hooked it up to the bank here, it never made full amperage. But it's running on 100% biodiesel. I've had this engine since 2005. It was brand new then. This is an oil heater, 24 volt oil heater. So it heats the crankcase oil. There's a fuel filter inside, and that was just changed. Let's see, there's an oil filter I cleaned out here, and there isn't really much else to this thing. It's gone through many years of work and countless spillages, and that's why the rubber's fading and falling apart here, because of the biodiesel. Biodiesel eats up rubber. But hey, it's still going. I found this engine in the trash in Iraq, so cleaned it up and sent it home. It's like Radar O'Reilly sending home a Jeep. Anyway, that's a little low down here. There's going to be I got to do some improvements here on the wiring. That was just to get it so I could test this alternator, because what I'm going to do for a while here is test alternators with this engine. So I'm going to roll this back in the shop, take that alternator off, put a different one on that I've gone through, and just test to see if it's working. Eventually I'll set up a little bench deal with an electric motor to test them. But for now, this is a quick way to do it. And that's really all I can say about the Yanmar right now. Yeah, it does its job on very little fuel.